So cool. The Rue wallet comes in a little dust bag, and I love this like holographic design, and this is what the wallet looks like. Let me attempt to do this with one hand. Wow. So as you can see, it has this really cool like duochrome holographic kind of shift. It has a different kind of print on the back, and the Sydney Brown logo is embossed on the back, and it's just a regular bifold wallet, a place for cards, coins, and cash. It has two little pockets in the front, and the coin pouch has a little button to keep it closed. This is exactly what I was looking for. When I saw it, it reminded me of those wallets that used to be able to get at Claire's, but this one seemed much, much higher quality. Plus, it wasn't that expensive. Most of the cost really was in the shipping, but I really like it. Ba-boom! I just got a dresser from Article. This took about 2 months to arrive from the day that I ordered it to the day that it was delivered, which was yesterday. So I went ahead and cleared all of the space in my kitchen so that I could put it together if necessary. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping this is nothing for me to be concerned about. Oh, wish me luck, y'all. It looked like, according to the reviews, it looked really simple to put together. Some people were like it took 15 minutes. Some people were like it took an hour. Done. Really, the assembly part did only take 15 minutes. All you have to do is screw in the legs on the bottom. Getting it out of the box and unwrapping it and everything really took longer. And I know that processing all this, like recycling, is going to take a minute as well. So a lot of the cardboard I know I can recycle. I don't think I can recycle any of the styrofoam, so I may repurpose it in my online store and use it to pack my orders. That way it's not just going into the trash. And so far, I don't know how I feel. I've been waiting on it for about 2 months since I ordered it, and I like the chevron pattern. I wasn't expecting the drawers to be this short, but I like the soft close feature on them. I measured out the area where I wanted it to be beforehand. Physically being next to it in this space, I may have to... So today, after I cleaned everything up, I made some seared bratwurst with steamed cabbage and carrots and potatoes with a mustard sauce. I originally got the recipe from a Blue Apron kit, and I just kept the little cards that came with the orders. So I'm gonna take this with me to work tomorrow for lunch. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is February 23rd, and I thought I would just give you guys a heads up on everything that's been going on since I've been gone. It's been about 2 weeks since my last video, and in that video I told you all that I started a program for my business, and it's been very intense. So the program is broken up into different modules, and even though the lessons themselves may be short, outside of the lesson portion, the inner work that you have to do takes a lot longer. So I've been pacing myself out really well and giving myself time to like really think about how to answer those questions. I only do about one a day to really give it my full attention. Outside of the program though, I've been working a lot of overtime at my job. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I have an online store where I sell vintage and secondhand goods. This year, February this year marks the 1st year anniversary of me opening the store, and I was doing some like reevaluating for the next year, and I realized that I wasn't where the business itself was not where I knew we could be, so I decided to invest and get involved in this program. And it's absolutely worth it because there are a lot of things that you don't realize affect being a business owner and how you manage it. And this week I decided to create a series of videos, you'll see them upcoming, where I kind of talk about the things that I've learned in the first 12 months of having an online store, not having a store on Etsy or like Mercari or places like that, to have like an independent e-commerce marketplace and what that was like for me. Someone who has zero, I've worked in retail, but I have no business experience or education, so it was rough, especially when it came to like managing other people's expectations. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. How are you all doing? We had quite a winter storm, and some people are continuing to have quite a winter storm. We got a foot of snow and that was a hard couple of days, but I managed to make it out to work. Yeah, I hope everybody is doing well and that they're taking care of themselves. So, let me see. What else is going on? Oh, I realized that I own an online, you know, vintage and secondhand store, but I've never really shared with you guys like some of my favorite things that I found. I have a very specific standard for when I source things for the shop and things for myself, and it's been a real hit or miss. I mostly look at charity, like nonprofit thrift stores. I think it's called Resale 87. I'll put it in the link below, but they serve a local nonprofit chapter out here in Indiana, and then there's, you know, the big ones like Goodwill and the Salvation Army. But yeah, it's been real slim pickings out here. Most of the time the things I find are purely by chance. So one of my favorite things is this glass kettle. I found this glass kettle a couple of weeks ago. You may have seen it in a previous vlog. You can put this directly on the stove, and it has some writings in French and English and German. Jenaer glass, Jenaerglas, made in Germany. I love it. It was exactly what I needed. Another item that I found that I love is this huge ceramic box. I use it in the kitchen, and I just put like onions and garlic, because I use a lot of onions and garlic in my food, and I just keep it on the counter. Love it. What else has been going on? Oh, y'all, it's tax season. And if you are a business owner or anybody who lives in the United States like I do, it is a nerve-wracking season. If you're asking myself, Sarah, why are you putting on makeup in the middle of the day? And that is because I try to put a little more effort into how I dress before I do like my work, and I consider like doing the program or writing or editing videos my work. Guys, I don't know if you've heard of this wonderful woman by the name of Lisa Eldridge, but Miss Eldridge responded to a comment that I left under one of her videos. It was a little hard, but man, I was like, oh my god, she saw it. That was incredible. I'm such an admirer of her as an artist, and so that kind of made my day. What was I talking about? Oh, ooh, tax season. So luckily I have a bookkeeper who keeps me on track and lets me know like what is happening in the tax world, because starting last year, due to COVID and everything, requirements were extended and certain programs were started, a lot of which I didn't qualify for just because of the youth of my business. We were less than a year old, and because of a lot of times they look at what you've made and how many employees you have. It's just me. So I didn't really qualify for any of that kind of support, which is okay because I try to keep my costs really manageable right now. So if there are any questions that you all want me to answer in the video that I'm going to put together about my first year in business, please let me know. Feel free to like leave them in the comments. I mean, to see the character development is like crazy, and
it's like all of the characters that you recognize, that you see and that's the thing. I was like, there is a consistency. Like, there are characters that you've seen once and you think, okay, this character is going to disappear, you're never going to see him again because it was just a part of this one episode. No, they come back. You see them from like afar, where the episode is not about them, but they just appear and are like, hey, they're still present in this world that they've created. I highly recommend it because the characters are so imaginative and they truly are all on their own journeys, and the world that they inhabit is so interesting and varied. Yes, there is some comedy and some silliness, also like heartbreak and trauma, and like how the characters are dealing with that or not, or choosing not to deal with it. Like for example, when Finn is one of the main characters, and he talks about if things are too difficult for him, how he puts things in his mental vault. I felt that. I was like, poor Finn. But when things are too overwhelming for him, he'll put whatever memory into the mental vault. I had to start taking breaks in between seasons because I was like, y'all can't just be talking about this and then leaving the season like this. I would take a break and then come back, and characters are changing, characters are evolving, characters are struggling. One of my favorite characters is Starchy. He's this little ball of starch, I guess, and he Starchy honestly goes through it, but he seems to have a good sense of humor, so I guess there was no need to check in on Starchy, but he I don't think Starchy ever got over the very first episode where everybody turned into zombies. The Princess Bubblegum was experimenting with something in her lab, and something got loose and started infecting the candy citizens. And when candy people get too stressed out, they explode. Which to me kind of shows like the full arc, because there was some very stressful scenes where all the candy people were involved and they didn't explode. So I think that shows how they have evolved. Y'all, I would love to talk about this more in the comments because I'm bugging out a little bit. Because I just watched the last episode last night and I'm just like, last episode? But how? But where? But who? So, yeah, plus the animation is fantastic, the design is amazing, I love the songs, which are so sweet, and yeah, they talk about, breaking up, toxic relationships, all kinds of things that it's very clear what is happening. Yeah, so back to Starchy. Starchy gets married, Starchy gets divorced. And what I mean by him not getting over the whole them turning into zombies. They got turned into zombies, but they fixed it. Starchy, somewhere in between, I'm not sure what season it was, that we learned that Starchy has a radio show where he talks about conspiracy theories in the Candy Kingdom. Where he's constantly talking about all of these theories that people call in are proof that the princess bubblegum is keeping things from them. Something is not right in this sweet candy kingdom, which he's not wrong. Starchy is not wrong. Starchy is like, I'm on to yous. I'm on to yous. And he's so subtle about it and then not so subtle at the same time. Starchy is like, look, if this all goes left, I won't be the one left, you know, holding the bag here. It's something that's easy to digest for me because there's a lot going on in the world, of course, and I just need a break sometimes. So this is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed this get ready with me. And like I said, if you have any questions for my upcoming videos, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.